Assalamu alaikum everyone. Now today is the topic branches of chemistry, chapter number 1, class 9, and recording new syllabus. So this is the new syllabus of the class 9th, which is included this year. So regarding towards the differences and the problems related to the man impacts. So moving towards first one. The first question is differentiate between an ion and a free radical. So how to differentiate between a free radical and an ion? So we have to compare it. Firstly, how to do it? Now I am making some angles or making some. This is first question is differentiate between ion and a free radical. So what is ion? What is ion? And what is free radical? Free radical. Free radical. Free radical. So ion is basically ion is a charged particle. So ion is a charged species, charged species formed from an atom or chemically bounded groups of atoms by adding or removing electrons. By adding or removing electrons. The major classification is ion has two major classifications. Major two classifications. First is cation and second is anion. So what is cation and what is anion? Cation is a positive charge ion, positive charge ion, and anion is negative charge ions. Now the examples of cations are sodium positive, calcium 2 positive. I will discuss further what is the mean of this single positive and second 2 positive in the further lecture. And the anions is oxygen negative to chlorine negative. Now, what is free radical? So, a free radical is an atom, is an atom with an unpaired and unpaired electron electron and bears no charge and bears no charge. So by definition, so it's an electrically neutral species. It's an electrically neutral species. Neutral species. The examples are, for example, H, and this means hydrogen free radical, hydrogen free radical. When it takes one electron to complete its outermost shell, so it completes its duplet, so it has a negative charge. Now this free radical is converted into ion, so it's an hydrogen ion. Hydrogen ion. So these are the basic difference between ion and a free radical. Hope you understand it. Now the second question is, what do you know about corpuscular nature of matter? So what is corpuscular nature? Basically, there are three major theories or three major concepts regarding the corpuscular nature. The basic one is Empedocles. So first is Empedocles concept. Empedocles concept. Empedocles states that the elements or universe or all materials are made up of four things. That is, all materials are made up of four things. One is water, air. Third is fire. Fourth one is earth. This is the major concept. This is the major concept of corpuscular nature regarding. This is the major important Empedocles. Now the second concept is Pluto concept. Pluto concept. Pluto also states that these are the four things or universe made up of four things: water, air, fire, and earth. But this names this thing into more uniform or a more uniform manner, that it terms things as matter. Term as matter, and this matter collection is known as element. The term as element. That is made of these four: water, air, fire, and earth. Now, third one is Aristotle concept. Aristotle concept. So Aristotle also adopted the concept of four elements, but he introduced the idea that elements can be differentiated in the basis of the major thing is on the basis of properties such as hot versus cold, and second is wet versus dry. Wet versus dry. So empirical, major is the empirical concept. He represented that the all the universe are made up of four things. First one is water, air, fire, and earth. Plato stated that the four things he termed as an element, and the all the universe are made up of four elements. And Aristotle also uh, adopted the concept of empirical, but he introduced a new idea that can differentiate on the basis of properties. First one is hot versus cold, and second one is wet versus dry. So this is the corpuscular nature. So differentiate between, third one is the differentiate between analytical chemistry and environmental chemistry. So what is analytical chemistry and what is, so first is analytical chemistry. Analytical chemistry. Second one is environmental chemistry. Environmental chemistry. So analytical chemistry, branch of chemistry, branch of chemistry that deals with that deals with methods and instruments and instruments for determining for determining the, the composition of matter. And the environmental chemistry is the branch of chemistry, branch of chemistry branch of chemistry that deals with chemicals and toxic substances and toxic substances that pollute the environment, that pollute the environment, and their adverse effects on and their adverse effects on human beings. So this is the basic difference between analytical chemistry and environmental chemistry. So analytical chemistry deals with the methods and instruments for determining the composition of matter, while the environmental chemistry deals with the chemicals and substances forward that pollute the environment and their adverse effects on human beings. This is the major difference between analytical chemistry and environmental chemistry. Now the third question is regarding what is mole? So how to define a mole? Basically, a mole is a substance. Mole is a Mole is the amount of substance. Mole is the amount of substance, amount of substance which contains which contains which contains the same number of chemicals, the same number of number of number of chemical units chemical units as there are as there are atoms in exactly 12 gram of 12 grams of pure carbon 12. So this is the standard definition of mole. So the symbol of mole is, second one is, this is the definition. Now the second symbol of mole is MOL. This is the standard symbol of SI symbol of mole. So what number of particles? So it contains Avogadro's number of particles. So a mole contains 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles of that substance. Okay. So basically, what is 6.10 into 10 raised 23 particles? This is the Avogadro number, which is represented by Na. So a mole contains Avogadro's number of particles. So this is the question number 4. Hope you understand. Now moving towards question number 5. The question number 5 is differentiate between empirical formula and molecular formula. This is the most important question of this chapter. So what is empirical and what is molecular formula? First is what is there comes empirical formula. Empirical formula and second one is molecular formula. Molecular formula. So what is one sec. The line alignment is not good. So first we have to align this is correct now. So first we have to define it. So what is empirical formula? The empirical formula is the empirical formula of a compound